This clip walks through multilingual exams in the Speedwell eSystem. The translation tool is an optional module. When purchased by customers, it allows them to deliver exams in multiple languages. Here we have an exam which has been set up to allow the candidate to take it in French or English. When a candidate signs into exam delivery to take the exam, they could change the language here, or take the exam and change the language here. This candidate's taking the exam in French, with French navigation options and questions which have been translated into French by a question author. When a customer subscribes to this feature, there are extra translation settings. In Admin, the Languages option is at the bottom. Available languages are here, and the default language is set here. And the administrator can decide to give the candidate the option to change the language themselves. Questions need to be populated in the usual way to be translated. This question's been created and the status has been set to translate. It's been populated in English, which is the default language. Now the question text can be translated. On the Translation tab, the left-hand side shows the question in English as it's been created. The right-hand side has fields for the translation text to be entered. In this case, the translation is in French, and it's nearly finished. Once it's done, the translation is marked as complete and the question saved. There are extra warnings for questions which have translations. When looking at a list of questions, the translate warning shows like this. There's also a new action that takes the user straight to translate. Any final translation actions can be taken here, the translation can be marked as complete, and the question saved. This removes the warning from the question list. There's also a warning in the approval process. If a user tries to approve a question which has not been translated completely, the user will receive a warning. They can stop the approval and go and make the necessary adjustments before approving the question. The exam settings for multilingual exams now contains a new drop-down tab for languages. On the left-hand side, the default language, here English, is displayed. On the right-hand side are the fields for translating the question, in this case into French. The user adds the translations for the introduction, here, and for the completion text here, and switches this on if the candidate is allowed to change the language at the start of the exam. The Question Performance Report has a new option for multilingual exams. For each question, as well as seeing a table of statistics for all languages, the report displays a table for the English-speaking candidates and the French-speaking candidates. And these statistics are also split by language in the question history.